Browns 38-7 losers to the Pittsburgh Steelers at Heinz Field. And I guess to me, the thing that just stands out is, I mean, the Steelers dominated this game from start to finish. And they're really, I'm trying to figure it out if there was any area that we can point to and say the Browns were better. And I just don't think there was one.
No, not at all. The Steelers had a great game plan to really take out the Browns' best players. So they took away Myles Garrett and they really neutralized him by doing a number of different things. He tried to move around and get freed up, but that didn't work. Baker Mayfield, they swarmed him, they attacked him, they just crushed him and pressured him and blitzed him into mistakes. And of course, he just can't be throwing those interceptions. Now, he's not using the ribs as an excuse. He refuses to do that. Obviously, he got benched in this game. I do actually think it sets up a decision. Now, I asked Kevin Stefanski afterwards, will he start in Cincinnati next week? He said, yes, he will. And that's
but he did throw in that big caveat, if he's healthy.
If he's healthy, exactly. That leaves them a little bit of an out. And, I'll tell you what, I'm sure there was frustration. We saw Odell throw his helmet, throw his shoes off, rip his shoes off, finish the game in his stocking feet. I mean, this is a roster that full of players that wanted to come in here and show the Pittsburgh Steelers that they can hang with them. And I think there's a lot of frustration walking out of here today that it looked so bad in so many phases.
Let's go back to Baker. Let's play that hindsight game.
Right.
Did the Browns make a mistake by putting Baker out there today? Or is that just what you do? If he's your franchise quarterback and he's able to go, you put him out there.
You know what? If he clears the medicals and they say that he's okay to play, and he reports that he's okay to play, then I think you have to start him in this game. But I was ready to bench him after the second pick. I thought it was obvious that he was off. Now, he did go redeem himself with that one touchdown pass to Rashard Higgins a little bit. But I would have benched him after that. He didn't have it today. Everybody else around him was getting frustrated. You saw Odell had 2 catches for 25 yards. So they shut down Odell. They took out Odell and they took out Myles. And they were like, we got to take out Kareem, Odell, Myles. And they kind of like forgot about everybody else. They just said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take away their big guys. And, they tried to force Baker to throw the football. And, Kareem Hunt was limited to 40 yards. This is a darn good run defense. What we didn't know about the Steelers was their opponents' combined record was 3-15-1. So we weren't sure. Dan, we got fooled by this last year.
We did.
When the 49ers hadn't beaten anybody yet. So I really kind of thought that Myles was going to come out in this game, and I thought the defensive line could find some weaknesses and some holes and kind of help wreck the game a little bit. But it's Ben Roethlisberger. I've been watching this now for, I don't even know how many years now. But
it's 2004, right?
Like it's been like my whole career. It hasn't been, but it feels like that. And, I've just been watching him do this over and over and over again. And, now he's 23-2-1 against the Browns. It is game on if the Browns want to try to get one of those playoff spots, because the Ravens won, the Steelers are undefeated at 5-0, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be a dogfight the rest of the way.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be. You got the Titans now are 5-0. I'm looking to see what happened with the Colts today. I know they were losing. They ended up winning, so they're 4-2. The Browns are just sort of, and that this isn't a bad thing. But the Browns are going to find themselves, I think, a lot of this season sort of in that kind of mucky middle of the AFC where you're fighting and clawing for those playoff spots. And again, I think this team is going to make the playoffs. I don't think this game changes that. But I also think it is discouraging the way that Pittsburgh basically attacked all of their strengths and exploited all of their strengths. I do want to ask you with Baker's performance, how much of it do you believe was injury? How much do you believe was the offensive line and the Steelers pass rush? And how much do you believe was just Baker not playing well?
Well, I think Baker's not playing well right now. I think that we saw that last week in the second half of the Colts game, and I think it carried over into this game. I'm sure that the ribs had something to do with it, but he started out poorly in this game. And there were protection issues, obviously. Their defensive line, the Browns' offensive line was overmatched. So it was a combination of Kevin Stefanski put it all on himself, his play calling and whatnot. But Baker still can't throw those picks. You can overcome a lot of things, but you really can't overcome a pick six. Now he's 0-4 in games in which he throws a pick six. It's hard to overcome a pick six, and it's hard to overcome a second interception in a game. You lose the turnover battle, you're losing the football game.